2 1 2. Check 1 2. Two, 1 2. Check 1 2.
Yeah, but we're gonna get any other levels here for. I'm not hearing that. If audio pushing on from here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We get what I know. We get what I know.
2. Two, 1, 2, mic test.
Check 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Check 1. Check.
2, 1, 2.
Senator the Honorable Dr. Chantal Morrow Knight, Minister in the Prime Minister's Office with responsibility for culture. Senator the Honorable John King, Minister in the Prime Minister's Office with responsibility for culture and national development. Mr. Robert Chase, Director of Marketing at the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. Mr. Roger Worrell, Registrar at the Barbados Community College. Mr. Henderson Eastman, Executive Director at the TVET Council, Barbados. Mr. Romat Jean-Pierre, Managing Director of Blue Iron Media. Staff of On Brand Global, members of the media, creatives, friends, supporters of the space by On Brand Global. Good morning. Great, that sounded amazing already. I am Sarah Holder, and it is my pleasure to welcome you today to the official launch of the space by On Brand Global. This moment is especially meaningful for our creatives in Barbados because they now have a space where their ideas can come to life here at the space. Thank you. I am also short. Now I will welcome Dr. Dana Best, Managing Director of On Brand Global, and she would give the welcome address this morning.
I just had to take this moment to look around at everyone here, but Honorable Senator Dr. Chantal Monroe Knight, Minister in the Prime Minister's Office with responsibility for culture. Senator John King, Special Advisor for Cultural and Heritage Development. Distinguished guests, members of the media, partners, friends, and family, thank you for joining us for the launch of the space, and good morning. I am Dr. Dana Best, Managing Director of On Brand Global and co-founder of the space. Today is a proud moment for our team, and I believe a meaningful one for the creative community in Barbados and the wider Caribbean. This October, Christchurch is in a season of regathering, and while we are not officially on the calendar, we are absolutely in the spirit. We gather here with partners, collaborators, and friends because building an industry is not a solo act. Ministries can't do it alone. Institutions can't do it alone. Creators can't do it alone. At the space by On Brand Global, we don't believe in competition for its own sake. We believe in collaboration and connection. No silos, no isolation. Let us be nodes in a living network of creativity and innovation, carrying ideas farther than any one of us could on our own. When we first began imagining the space, we started with a very simple question. What would it take to give Caribbean creators a home that is purpose-built for their craft, commercially minded from day one, and deeply rooted in our culture and identity? The answer is what you see around you. A creative production hub designed to help people make excellent work, collaborate with confidence, and turn ideas into outcomes that are measurable and market-ready. The space is more than a building. It is a working ecosystem. It includes studios for content and podcast production, flexible areas for events and workshops, and the technical support that creative teams need to produce consistent high-quality output. It also plugs into the On Brand Global strategy, marketing, and distribution capability so that the stories made here can travel further and work harder. Why does this matter? Because the creative economy is one of the most powerful engines we have for sustainable growth, youth opportunity, and cultural preservation. Every time a young person records a podcast, films a short, or launches a design business, they are not only building a career, they are exporting our voice, our passion, our culture, us. They are strengthening the bridge between culture and commerce. And when that bridge is strong, our country benefits through jobs created, skills transferred, and intellectual property that belongs to us. A small note about the drink you were served on arrival. Our signature cocktail is a quiet manifesto in a glass. Sorrow for heritage, pineapple and lemon for brightness and possibility, syrup for balance, cocoa bitters for depth, and a whisper of burnt rosemary for that spark of invention. For some, a measure of Mount Gay XO is added. Optional by design because access and choice matter here. It's our way of saying the space is rooted in Caribbean tradition, elevated by craft, and open to how you choose to create. At the space, our mission is clear. Empower Barbados' next generation of innovators, creators, and storytellers. We will do this in 3 ways. First, access. Affordable, well-equipped studios and supportive teams that remove friction from production. If you can focus on the craft, we will handle the cables, the cameras, and the calendars. Second, capability. Programs that build skills and confidence, from content intensives and brand clinics to production apprenticeships. We will train people for real industry needs and measurable outcomes. Third, community. Collaboration beats isolation. We will curate partnerships between creators, cultural practitioners, entrepreneurs, and institutions so that great ideas do not stall for lack of the right connection at the right time. I want to acknowledge the many partners who encouraged us along the way, our industry collaborators who believe this vision could be built here at home, our friends and family who carried gear, proofread scripts, brought food on long nights, and reminded us that momentum comes one solved problem at a time. To our On Brand Global team, thank you for the relentless dedication that got us here today. I also want to thank Dr. Chantal Monroe-Knight for joining us and delivering today's keynote. Your leadership on culture and community and the creative industries continues to inspire our work. And to Senator John King, thank you for your ongoing stewardship of our cultural landscape. The work of building an enabling environment is not abstract to us. We feel it in every project we take on and in every young creator we mentor. We are grateful for your support. So what does success look like for the space in 12 months? For me, it is very specific. Dozens of creators who can point to a project completed here that changed their trajectory. Young editors who earned their first checks and then their first retainer. Small businesses that learned how to turn content into consistent sales. Teachers and mentors who use this environment to excite students about creative technology and entrepreneurship, and a calendar that reflects not just activity, but impact. As a medical doctor who has spent years working at the intersection of systems and people, I have learned that environments shape outcomes. If you want better health, you design better clinics that are welcoming, processes that are clear, and teams that communicate. Creativity is no different. Talent is everywhere, but opportunity needs infrastructure. The space exists to be that infrastructure. Practical, professional, and proudly Barbadian. We are also intentional about how we grow. The space will operate with clear standards, safeguarding policies for young people, accessibility considerations, and a commitment to fair opportunities. We will measure what we do, learn fast, and share openly with partners across the education, culture, and industry. Our doors are open for collaboration. If you are a creator, a brand, an educator, a policymaker, come talk to us. If there is a gap we can help to close, we want to be part of the solution. Finally, I want to speak to the dreamers who are here today. If you have been carrying an idea, waiting for perfect timing, consider this your sign to begin. Book a session, record the pilot, cut the reel, submit the proposal. We built this space for exactly the first step and every step after. Thank you again for celebrating this milestone with us. Thank you to our performers and our media partners. Thank you to our guests who traveled to be here. And after our program concludes, please join us for a tour and conversation. We look forward to hosting your next project, your next premiere, your next big leap. Welcome to the space.
Thank you very much, Dana, for sharing the story of the space and the vision, and we hope to see big things in 12 months. Congratulations. Now to bring the keynote address is Senator Dr. Chantal Morrow-Knight. Welcome her as she comes.
Morning, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here with you this morning. I remember meeting Dana and Sasha. I was in the neighborhood in another capacity. We will not mention that capacity now. And I stopped at their gate, and they immediately talked to me about this initiative. And if they say that I inspired them, I was inspired by their work and immediately said, I'm going to be there. Let's do it together. And I'm so very blessed this morning in a very real way. And I say that not just for words, but certainly to see creatives themselves who are creating space for others, who are shaping the landscape, who've looked at it clearly. You can see from your work that you've done your analysis to be able to understand what's missing and what's needed. And then on your own, shaping, as you said, the space, providing the infrastructure, again, to lend and to contribute to opening the landscape for other creatives. I think it's a tremendous, tremendous effort. And again, if I can ask you just to applaud them for that. And I say that in no small measure because very often creatives and others look to government to do it. And of course, government has a role in providing support. But sometimes government itself is hamstrung by how much it can do and the ways in which it can do what it can offer. Creatives doing it on their own, again, opens up the landscape for so much more. And I don't know that you have appreciated the moment at which you've launched the space. You've launched the space in the moment when we've just started October 1st, the single market, and opened up the freedom of movement along with other countries here. And this regional effort of yours then provides us to attract other creatives who would want to be able to make use of what you have to offer. And then as well, coming after CARIFESTA and the lessons learned from CARIFESTA, it provides such a solid platform for your launch as well. I've often said that the creative sector is perhaps one of the most resilient that we have. Post-COVID, the creative sector in Barbados grew by 14%. Post-COVID, the creative sector grew by 14%. While other sectors were retracting, our creative sector grew. If that is not a demonstration of resilience and power within the sector, then I don't know what is. Yeah? And it is unfortunate, in my opinion, that as yet as a country nationally, we don't necessarily value that power that's towards. And I'm not going to come and to say that we have it all together. If we had it all together, there would be more legitimacy and more respect given for the sector. So I say that without any apology. We need to do better in order to be able to recognize the power that lies within the creative sector. At the same time, we are trying as much as possible to provide the necessary support. We will be very shortly looking at how we upgrade and reform our legislative framework to provide more support. So while post-CARIFESTA, most of you would have said, you know, we've gone a little bit quiet. We went a little bit quiet because we were in reflection mode. We are not intending over the next 5 years to do business the same way. One of the lessons for CARIFESTA suggests to us that we can do much more, that the potential for the creative sector is untapped in very real and substantial ways. So we have been locked in discussions about how we provide more support, how we ensure that we can provide better landscape for you, for our creative sector, and how we can forge the necessary partnerships in order, again, to provide that support and that even larger launch pad. Recently, we met with a group of stakeholders looking at how we can again, broaden the landscape for the provision of film incentives, something that our Prime Minister would have spoken to you a couple of years back. And we took the time to make sure that we can do it right and to continually engage with our stakeholders. And so we've met with them on looking at development of that film legislation for incentives, but also as well the landscape for providing support nationally, again, for the film sector, which includes a proposal to establish a special endowment fund as well. We are also planning very shortly to update a legislation on our Cultural Industries Development Act. We recognize that that is outdated, and again, we want to be able to step back, to look at that, to engage with you, and to make sure that we have the right mix that fit the current context as well. We're also in the process of looking at the development of a new and modern national cultural policy as well for Barbados. We've done extensive consultations and we've collected some preliminary data. What that preliminary data shows us is a number of things. One, this sector is perhaps one of the most inclusive. The preliminary data shows us that this sector employs a large percentage of women. It is perhaps, again, I say perhaps because again, we're only looking at the initial data, one of the largest employers of women in Barbados in the creative space, yeah? But it's also as well showing that, again, it is also a space for young people within the creative sector. So when we talk about inclusivity and the need for, again, employment that reaches everybody across all sectors, again, we see the power of the creative sector. And we are hoping through the development of our national cultural policy and as well the data, again, as we intend to map the economic value of the sector. I always say, at least what they say, what gets counted gets noticed. And that this is our attempt to make sure, again, that we lift the legitimacy and the esteem of the sector by ensuring that we have the data and the economic data to be able to identify its importance and where it sits within the economic landscape. I am one, again, you know, I'm always saying I always have the honest conversation that get a little bit upset. You know, we talk about tourism quite a bit and, again, what we are doing there, but people come here for culture, though. They fly here because of your work. They fly here because they want to understand and interact with our heritage. It is that is the impetus for the building of our tourism product. And again, we do need to make sure that we pay more attention to it and also as well laud those of you that are doing the direct work that fuels our tourism product. I want to end as well by saying that, and where I started in terms of lauding your initiatives, there are a number of innovative things that are happening within the cultural sector that unfortunately, again, we're not speaking to. Post-Carifesta, almost like 2 days after Carifesta, I had a number of people who would have participated within the Carifesta village, both from overseas and locally, who've been calling my phone. You know, people get your phone number, you don't know how, but they've been calling my phone, and I always answer, please and thank you. One, talking about, launching new businesses, as you have been doing. So we had several persons from throughout, I can identify, from Jamaica, from Trinidad, as well from St. Lucia and St. Vincent, who have said to me that they will be either, one, establishing businesses within Barbados, or as well looking for collaborations with other creatives here on the island. And therefore, the space offers us an opportunity and a platform to be able to connect them. We've also, as well, heard, again, because of the demand for our local creators within the sector across a number of different genres, that they are intending as well to explore opportunities overseas and regionally, which is important. The initial data has said to us that while our exports of creative services is average only, unfortunately, our creatives are not putting the necessary investment into exporting. We are not putting the necessary investment into exporting our creative services. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. CARIFESTA said to us that Barbados, we can compete with any other country regionally and globally, and again, I make no apologies for that. We saw it all on full display. So there has to be something about either our level of confidence or the ways that we need to be able to facilitate that in order to be able to drive Brand Barbados for culture globally. And again, that is something that we intend to make sure that we are able to support as well. I think thirdly, one of the things that we learned post-CARIFESTA is that people are looking to innovate and build in new ways. And that was one of the things I heard when you talked about what you'll be doing in this space. That we have a set of young people that are no longer willing to be locked into the traditional box of how we've done things in the past. That they are looking for avenues and support to innovate new products, new ways, new platforms. So whether, again, you talked about things like podcasts, so we're seeing more proposals coming in from young people to do things like podcasts. I met a young gentleman who came, again, post-CARIFESTA, new machinery to do some other new fancy printing that we've never done here in Barbados before. So the landscape is opening up, and the space then, you have come at just the right moment, again, as we will, over the next 2 years, the post-CARIFESTA environment, again, be looking to even more propel culture even further for Barbados. So again, I want to thank you for this initiative. Thank you for your bravery. I don't know that people understand how brave you have to be to do something like this, to launch something like this, to put your own resources behind this. And again, this is what creatives are doing every single day. So all respect to you. And thank you so very much for inviting me this morning and allowing me to be part of this launch with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator. Indeed, collaboration is important for the creatives because usually we are misunderstood sometimes, right? At this time, I am going to invite a leading giant in the industry. He's been working in the industry probably before he was born. I am young, come on. And that is Ramat Jean-Pierre, and you will hear from him. He's the managing director of Blue Iron Media, and he's going to give you an industry perspective. Welcome him as he comes.
I will also say that there's a lot of people in here that I grew up with. So, whatever you think I am, so are you. Damien, we was in Italy together years ago. Mahalia, I know you from school. But I just want to say, like, this is an emotional day for me also because we have been going at it for over a year. And from the time I meet these ladies, I have felt like if I just came home. Like every time that I come here, we set our meetings and we go over 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. And it's so important for Barbados at this time to have a space like this. There's so much ideas. I'm sure if I had to say, anybody got ideas right now? We will be here like the whole day. Understand? We need to use this space, right? Because, like the minister said, it takes bravery for these young ladies to take this house and turn it into, you know, a content house. And that is how I market it. Everywhere that I go, I talk about this space because, you know, they have taken my ideas, which I keep very, very close to my heart, and really let me see the next level of my ideas, almost like open up a third eye. And we will have a meeting, and I don't think that I say much, but I will get an email, and the email is 5 and 6 pages, you know, and I'm just here to encourage creatives to use this space. It's important for our industry because what happened here, what we do here, will shape how we move forward. Understand? And it don't make any sense having a space like this and nobody comes and nobody believes that they can achieve here. Understand? They have so many ideas. And from the time I walked through those doors, I was shouting people. I was like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? And about 3 people already tell me, yo, Rama, I need to talk to you. I got an idea. All right? We got so much ideas. I don't think I have to say much. The space is here. I was privileged enough to visit Warner Brothers studio, get an invitation from them, and also Tyler Perry Studios as well. And it's just a space, to be honest. You know, it's just a room that they take and transform. You know, that movie All American. They invited me to Warner Brothers to come and see how the set was, and they use about 2 rooms for 15 different scenes, just by design and everything like that. So when you walk through here, you might say, only 3 rooms, but the vision. I asking everybody to open their mind, right? And we can only move forward from here. I mean, I just love the faces that I see in here, right? From the cameraman Troy to the reporter Haroon, right? To the lovely Mahalia, right? Damien, that also bravery opening up what we need, a rental company, right? Diara, amazing reporter. We have it here. We have it in Barbados. Rocket Sean? I can't pronounce your name. Sorry. But again, I love to listen to you on the radio, and you are important to Barbados. All right? So I'm just here to say that this space is important and we need to use it from tomorrow, people. From tomorrow. You understand? All right? So use it. Get the ideas from them. They will take your idea to the next level. I will say, as busy as I am, I'm also here for collaboration. I would love to collaborate with everybody in this space. Troy, the cameraman, tried to get me to shoot a music video for the longest time. Right? I will get there, but we need to do more collaborations, right? And that's what I want to see. I want to see more collaborations coming out of Barbados, because we have the talent, and together we can make it happen. All right? Thank you.
If y'all get Ramat time, go and purchase a lotto ticket. Thank you very much, Ramat, for that perspective. I always like to hear Ramat talk because he is passionate about his craft, a true creative. Now we'll move on to the entertainment segment. Ooh, I'm about to sing, just joking. I can't sing though, but I'm going to invite Atiba C.D. Thompson to do a spoken word performance. Woo!
Good afternoon, everybody. Morning, yeah. Long day, long day. Sorry. I just want to say how thankful I am to be here, first of all, and to see everyone, so many creative people, so many impactful people that I look up to. And before this, the poem I decided to perform today is called "What is a Legacy?" Because when I heard of this idea, when I heard of the passion behind this and this space, it gave me the idea, and I saw a vision of the future of what it could be, the future of Barbados, and the impact it can have on not just me or you or everyone here, but the island and Barbados as a legacy. So the question is, what is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. I wrote some notes at the beginning of the song someone will sing for me. That is a quote from Hamilton as he stood 10 paces from his enemy. A duel that ended his life. But despite him being dead, I still know his story. He should remember as a hero, a founding father in American history. How will I be remembered? How will you remember me? What is my legacy? What if this poem is my legacy and I don't even know it? What if I'm remembered as Atiba, the aspiring poet? What if this is my chance, my shot to leave an impression and I blow it? What if this is my chance to leave my footprint, my impression on this world, my chance to take the red string of fate and sew it? What is my legacy? And how do I show it? I know many of you today are on the same train of thought, wondering and pondering, what if I throw away my shot? Well, the truth is, one shot isn't all you've got. Every day, every chance you take, every step you take is a chance to change the plot. Whether it be the words you say, the things you do, the clothes you wear that you've bought, every single thing you do, every interaction you have from the time you were born until you're forgot, it leaves an impression on someone. When you think about it like that, that's a lot. So ask yourself, what is your legacy? When you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and ask yourself, who do I want to be? Because you are the writer of your story. Life has high notes and low notes, but you are the composer of your lifetime symphony. When people hear it, will they say, I like that melody? You decide. You decide what they hear. You decide the person that they see. What is a legacy? I am a legacy. You are a legacy. This is a legacy. What is your legacy? You decide. You decide your legacy. Thank you.
Thank you. You decide your legacy. Still in the entertainment segment, we are now about to sway a little bit, rock from side to side, and at this time I am going to welcome Joel Devonish to do a musical presentation. Oh, there you are.
Sit back, relax, enjoy. For the last song, I need you to stand up. If you're singing, I'm going to stop playing. Yes, good.
Two, one, two, one, two, four.
let's go together. One more song. I think again, that's not, yeah.
Thank you very much, Joel. He did me a swap from say to say. Thank you very much. I say to y'all, they could have sing. Right. Thank you. At this time, to do the vote of thanks, I am going to welcome Sasha Archer, the creative director here at On Brand Global. Sorry, I was a little excited. Yes, you may have your seats. Take a breather, a sip, a sip. Are we all good now? Great. So the next voice you will hear is Sasha's. Welcome her. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Most of you know me. Some of you might not. For those of you just meeting me, I am Sasha Archer. I am the creative director of Brand Global, and I am the co-founder of The Space. It's my duty this morning to extend our thank you to everybody who had a hand in this moment. So on behalf of my team, it is my absolute pleasure to deliver this vote of thanks as we bring this very special event to a close. Today's launch marks more than just the unveiling of a new venue. It represents the birth of a creative and production hub designed to inspire, empower, and connect creatives from all walks of life. It is a space built on collaboration, vision, and the belief that creativity deserves a home. We begin by extending our deepest gratitude to our featured speaker, Senator Dr. Chantal Monroe-Knight. Thank you for so graciously joining us and sharing your thoughtful, inspiring words. Your message of empowerment and innovation truly captures the spirit of what it is that we're trying to do here and what the space stands for. To Ramat Jean-Pierre, as a leader in the creative space, you get it. We appreciate your dedication to the space and to the creative industry on the whole. For your speech that enforces our mission to the creative economy, we thank you. Our sincere thanks goes out to Deborah of Ice Blue Sapphire Events, whose stunning decor brought this vision to life. And to our resident mixologist, Shane McLean. Thank you so much. You would have been partaking in some of his beautiful creations. You would have had our space beverage that Dana referenced, and the cocktail that you had just now was actually a part of the performances that you experience. It is a distillation of the arts. Okay. It is a distillation of the art that you were just able to experience from Atiba and from Joel. So if you still have your cocktail, continue to enjoy it with that in mind. To our organizing team here at On Brand and our partners, thank you for your dedication, your creativity, your tireless effort in bringing this event to fruition, not just this event, but the whole space to fruition. From concept to execution, your passion, your teamwork have made today possible. A heartfelt thank you as well to our supporters, collaborators, and guests for believing in this space and for being here to celebrate this milestone with us. Your presence affirms that creativity has a powerful role to play in shaping the future. To our volunteers and behind-the-scenes crew, your commitment ensured everything ran smoothly, and your quiet contribution has not gone unnoticed. As we close, let us carry forward the energy, collaboration, and vision that fills this space in this moment. This space is more than just a location. It is a movement, it is a community, and a promise to nurture creative talent. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sasha. And that brings us to the end of this segment. However, at this time, earlier Dana would have mentioned that we'll be doing a tour. So that segment is now about to start. So I'm going to ask maybe the first two rows. First row? Okay. The first row would be guided by Dana. And then the next sets of rows will be guided by Sasha.